The Milwaukee Mile is back. Let's go!
Green.
And it's McLaughlin with the early jump. Malukas tucked in at second. Battles further back.
Here comes Linus Lundqvist going way high on David Malukas and trying to take second place. Some tire smoke as they go 3 wide further behind.
Almost certainly contact mid-pack there as Pato O'Ward tries to take a look, and they're 3 wide. Rinus VK down the inside as Joseph Newgarden, the blue and white car, trying to find his way through.
That's Connor Daly running it way up high in the JHR machine, trying to make some moves early. Joseph Newgarden got better of it, got out of that third lane, tucked in line as we see Herta now making moves on the outside.
And Linus Lundqvist jumped up to second, right behind the red and white Odyssey battery car of Scott McLaughlin.
But Colton Herta on the move. The Gainbridge driver, that white, black, and yellow car, is pushing along with Connor Daly. The track is perfectly clean right now. He's up 11 spots in 4 laps.
That is an incredible run from Connor. He was up in that third lane. Nobody went there in practice. You see there, I think that's Santino Ferrucci trying to make it happen. That door is going to close. Jack Harvey has Kirkwood on the inside. Frantic first laps here.
Ferrucci is driving like this is a restart with 5 to go. It's getting nuts.
Tried the slide job there on Jack Harvey, made it stick. Caught the dirty air from Kirkwood, slid up the racetrack, and up front now Rossi losing position. Started P3, that's Power going by down to 7th for the number 7.
And Alex Palou, championship leader, is in 13th, and Connor Daly is trying to get him next. Daly is plus 12.
Newgarden surprisingly hasn't made any progress. Let's take a replay from the start. That's Newgarden and Romain Grosjean. That's the puff of smoke that we saw. A little bit of contact. Newgarden up high in the blue and white machine. I wonder if there was some damage done, because normally Newgarden's making moves at this part of a race when starting that far back. As Grosjean is sort of fading up a little bit.
Further back, you see Daly going about 4 wide on the high side. That's how he picked up so many spots. On board with Newgarden now.
Newgarden really holding position, and Grosjean just kind of sliding up, probably with some dirty air on the nose as we take a look at Connor Daly. Watch this.
3 wide.
Wow.
2, 3.
That might be the preferred line all day long if there's that much grip available. He's not done yet, guys. He comes into turn 3 and he just flat sends it.
By Kyle, by Jack. He's just absolutely on a different planet right there on those restarts. That momentum that you can carry just covers you the whole lap. Great, great early moves from Connor Daly now, who's settled into the 15th place.
So McLaughlin has been in charge since the jump. Lundqvist picked up a spot on the first lap, and Colton Herta continues to move forward, now up 6. He just got Pato O'Ward not long ago to move to 4th.
Okay, Colton Herta has been looking really strong in these first 20 laps as he got Pato O'Ward right there, and now tracks the back of the sister teammate David Malukas. The partnership between Meyer-Shank and Andretti. Meyer-Shank had the measure of Andretti in qualifying, but now with Colton Herta on race pace, he looks very, very sporty.
And here comes Linus Lundqvist taking a look at Scott McLaughlin, who has lap traffic in front of him. That's Kiffin Simpson in front, trying to stay on the lead lap, and Lundqvist is trying to take advantage and pounce.
And Lundqvist just lunged into the jet wash of the Thirsty Threes there. You saw his car wash up the track, and he had to check up big time, but he's gathered it back up, and he's got a big run coming out of 4.
If he can cut down low here, that clean air, the acceleration off the corner for the Honda, the number 8, Linus Lundqvist down low, trying to make it stick here. He's got the clean air, and look, all boxed in is McLaughlin from Kiffin Simpson, and there is a pass for the lead.
And that's his teammate with Ganassi in front. Kiffin Simpson trying to stay on the lead lap. McLaughlin looking to fight back, can't do it right here. Rookie Linus Lundqvist is leading at Milwaukee.
And he did it honestly, guys. He drove up to and around the Penske.
Tell that guy, tell him again.
I'm not sure what Scott wants him to tell that guy. I'm assuming that guy is Linus Lundqvist.
Or is it Kiffin Simpson?
Maybe. But you're right, there could be some team games here now. You got the leader is trying to put his teammate a lap down. There might be a little more give and take between the 4 and the 8 than there was with the 3 when McLaughlin was there. The fact that nobody has pit tells me everyone's trying to make that fuel number. They're trying to make it in 3.
Nolan Siegel did just pit, and all of a sudden he is carving through the field. This could give inspiration for others to dive now and try to do this 4-stopper on pace. Look at Siegel chewing everybody up on fresh tires.
Yeah, that was just McLaughlin that he drove around, and then Kiffin Simpson, so he's got mad pace, but he really needs somebody else. We need other people to do this, to try to get these leaders, Dylan, to come to pit lane and try to spice this up a little bit.
Well, and I think it's going to be interesting. Everybody seemed like they wanted to wait and see who was going to be the first to commit or try this 4-stop strategy and see just how much better it may or may not be. So all of these teams up and down pit road are going to be watching Nolan Siegel and seeing kind of what he does and how he carves through the field. I've heard about lap maybe 70 or 75 for some of these teams before they'll make their first pit stop. The pace has slowed down so much that that's now an option as you see Siegel get one of his laps back driving by Linus Lundqvist there. So it's on a 3-stop plan now for a lot of these guys.
Again, it's not a question of fuel because you're just trying to survive to the lap you need, as our championship leader, Dylan, has come to pit lane.
And this is sort of opening the floodgates as a bunch of cars are coming in. Alex Palou, who's been mired at about the 14th position for most of this race, has not been happy with the handling of his race car. Said that there was understeer early, was just trying to take care of the rear tires, and then he really started complaining about the right rear burning off later in that run. They'll change 4 tires at Shell Fuel for Palou, and he's back out.
How do you like that for Palou and Kirkwood? Green flag stop, 6.6 seconds for tires and fuel as Lundqvist stays out. It is desperate times as a driver. I think Newgarden almost got in the wall there, guys.
Definitely lost some momentum. Graham Rahal going around him there, just getting collected and composed. He's going to immediately try to fight back and get that track position back from Graham in the 15.
I might have jacked the toe of this thing.
Might have jacked the toe, so he probably got into the fence at the exit of turn 2. Question is it front toe or rear toe? Rear toe a lot more powerful on the oval.
I don't know, he looks to be going just fine right now. Let's take another look at what Newgarden's talking about.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, big save.
Big slide, big save, but a pretty square hit on the wall, and that's usually the kind of hit you can get away with.
It's the right rear toe.
Colton Herta is now in front, and here's how he got there on Pato O'Ward just moments ago.
All about the traffic. We've said it from the beginning of the show. Pato O'Ward trying to get around Rinus VeeKay, gets checked up a little bit in the middle of 1 and 2, and then Colton just firing it in. And that slow-moving Armstrong, before he came to pit lane, running up high, slows down Pato O'Ward. But on track, guys, we have a caution. Looks like Catherine Legg off of 2. Still moving. I wonder if Joseph Newgarden did.
You're all good.
It does look like it's crabbing, though.
You made contact at all, Cass?
I did not. I kept it off the wall.
Flag, green flag.
All right, time to go again. Scott McLaughlin in front, Stingray Robbins second. Then we'll keep an eye on Herta, O'Ward, Rossi, and some fast cars coming.
Down there.
It's Marcus Armstrong trying to unlap himself. He got unlucky with that yellow. Perfectly clean racetrack, though, by virtue of the sweepers, James, and they're stacking wide.
We saw some big moves on the initial start. Connor Daly, one of them. You see Grosjean there looking to the inside, not quite close enough to make it happen. Look at that, Ferrucci all the way up in lane 3. He's going to chew up Rossi here.
Championship leader Alex Palou went high, now low, a little further up. It's Rossi and Ferrucci side by side. Ferrucci going to try to send it around the outside, and he will.
The Phoenix is rising through the field there as Colton Herta looks to make a move on Marcus Armstrong.
That momentum that Pato has coming off of 4, going to be easy to pull alongside Herta, but is it going to be easy to complete the pass down there on the inside? No. Herta rolling the throttle in deep, coming back down, taking the air off of Pato's front wing and pulling away.
Impressive how quick McLaughlin is despite a 20-lap deficit on tire life.
These two battling hard. They've already passed each other back and forth a few times this race, but just behind them, guys, Santino Ferrucci running up in the top 5. He's on the same strategy. He pit on the same lap, 87, as the cars around him.
And he's on probably the same setup as leader Scott McLaughlin because of that Penske AJ Foyt technical partnership as Pato O'Ward has a run on Herta.
He's got a wing on you right there.
And remember, this is a different strategy than McLaughlin. They can go longer. McLaughlin is going to need to pit much sooner. So in this strategy, this is effectively for the lead. Herta is still in championship play. Pato O'Ward is thinking wins.
As they run right now, speaking points, Colton Herta does jump up a position. P2 in the championship, 52 behind Palou. If the checkered were to fall right now, you see Herta there in second, Palou down in seventh.
And Kev, even though they're separated by about 20 laps on tire life, I do think they're still all on the same strategy with McLaughlin. It's just that Herta and O'Ward have fresher tires for this stint. McLaughlin will have more laps by the end of the stint, but I think it's still two pit stops to the finish for these guys.
And that was him, I think. Oh no, sorry, somebody dove into the pits there. Was it? Oh, it was one of the Rahal cars. I apologize. Thought me, red and white car. Thought me.
Oh, Herta checked up big time. This will give O'Ward a really good shot. Easy breezy.
O'Ward is going to use the traffic in front of Marcus Armstrong. Herta's not quite ready to give it up. O'Ward is through for seconds.
And this is what's tough. That car in front, 2 laps down. But because there is no command blue, absolutely no reason to give it up if you don't have to. Now he's going to race Pato O'Ward hard, and maybe Colton Herta can have the same situation where the 11 checks up the 5 and gives him a run.
Absolutely. See, Armstrong really didn't want to get up into the gray there on corner entry. Everybody very nervous as O'Ward is making the move.
Side by side, Pato O'Ward has moved in front of Scott McLaughlin to take the lead in Milwaukee.
4 car in front of you.
And
laps down.
That is what a 20-lap tire advantage looks like on the racetrack. You've got McLaughlin now last pit on lap 65, so he's coming very close to the end of this stint. He's going to be coming in quickly. And when he does, and he comes back out as Herta now, trying to get the position as well, he's going to be on that fresh rubber, making moves, and it's going to work out for him as long as there is no yellow before people like O'Ward, Herta, Ferrucci, and Rossi pit.
And he wants to get through quickly to stay in touch with Pato O'Ward, who is speeding away a little bit.
Will Power, Alex Palou, championship leaders. They'll battle out on pit lane.
They're going to be right there on top of each other again. Palou was a little bit free on that run, has been battling both ends of the handling spectrum. We'll watch and see the exit for Palou if it's a little smoother. The 12 guys try to get out of the way, but Palou's still able to beat him out of pit road.
I'll tell you, that right rear tire changer for Will Power is really flirting with Alex Palou's car. He gave a little giddy-up move to get out of the way, but it is close, stop after stop.
Yeah, there's all's fair in love and racing when you're going for a championship. Your 2 contenders right now hitting on the same lap.
And Santino Ferrucci got by Colton Herta, and now he's past Scott McLaughlin. AJ Foyt's driver is running second on a short oval as we watch this stop again between the 2 championship leaders coming into the weekend.
Watch Adam Jarvis there, the right rear changer. Man, this is close, but he is way off the right rear. Whoop.
It really is not as easy as it's an overcut race, it's an undercut race. You have to read the situation you're in.
Well, certainly you can go quicker with the fresh Firestones at the beginning of the stint, but may you pay the price later on. And we have seen, once again, second straight oval race where there's been some concern about will there be overtaking? Yes, there will be.
So look at the big losers in this. You've got McLaughlin.
Side by side, Ericsson and Newgarden come together, and both are in the wall.
Nice.
Both drivers had benefited so much.
You can't do that. That's not okay.
From that cycle, running second and third on the racetrack. Podium positions for both. Terminal damage.
Turned down on us. He didn't give us any room there.
That sounds like conflicting stories. The first
Look
was
at Newgarden
Straight into me. Yeah.
waving his index finger at Marcus Ericsson. These 2 drivers are having lots of sign language between each other as they face nose to nose, and the AMR safety team jumps right into action.
So wheel to wheel, everybody knows where everybody is. I mean, Ericsson's on the second lane. He didn't really come up. Oh, look at Palou once again. just manages to avoid the incident. He was sideways on the brakes trying to avoid the accident right in front of him. And
Power
once
right
again,
behind.
gets away with it.
One back, little round here, looking inside.
So he's not fully
Side.
side-by-side till
Still
there,
there.
and he's using that second lane.
Inside. That
Oh
was
man,
nice.
it's a racing deal, but look, Race Control might put that on the 28 as the passing car. He did have more room to the left. Let's see this view.
Well, they can put it on the 28
Still
all they
outside,
want,
still outside, just run him in, still outside, still there,
but they're
still
both
there.
done for the day.
Here we go again from the Milwaukee Mile. Good start from Pato Award. Here goes Palou getting around some traffic.
Palou wastes no time. McLaughlin side by side with Ferrucci, though.
Will Power moved up in front of Ferrucci. Ferrucci had a great run of momentum, and now that's checked everybody up. Look at the teammate. Oh no, that's VK on the inside of Grosjean.
Rinus VK is up to 6. That's up 3 spots.
Up to 5th
on the
now.
restart. He's up 8 since the start of the race. VK going forward.
Ferrucci, the big loser in that exchange because he just got held up there, had a great run on McLaughlin. Power took the air away, had to get out of it. And now Grosjean trying to get around the AJ Foyt driver, but here comes Herta.
Herta goes to the low side. He is through, up to 8th.
Ferrucci up ahead. He's a car width and a half wider than anybody.
Ferrucci was up near Sheboygan there off turn 4.
He's looking at Alexander Rossi now. Ferrucci,
Oh!
side by side. It is tight. Rossi hangs on to the spot.
Rossi gave him just enough room and not an inch more. Ferrucci able to get out of the throttle, keep it together, but a big slide job. There's going to be contact.
They touch, they stay in it, and Ferrucci makes the move up to 6th.
That was his Chili Bowl experience coming full force, but now Rossi thinking about firing one back.
Oh man, Ferrucci's fun to watch in these moments. So aggressive and so creative with finding real estate where others just are not willing to go.
And that's always a key on a short oval. It's one thing to be fast, but you have to be able to navigate traffic.
And he was not able to do it there. Ferrucci now has a run, and he's going to make it stick on the inside as behind Rossi's trying to make the high line work on VK.
And if I'm Scott McLaughlin, I'm watching Ferrucci right now saying, why do we give that guy our setup? He's making it work better than anyone right now.
And Rossi got that move done on the ECR driver in the green and black machine. Now his eyes are set on McLaughlin.
Pato Award getting really close there to Lundgaard. Didn't take long for this guy to catch Palou. Will Power with a run to the high side. This has championship implications. Power needs to finish ahead of Palou.
Top 2 in the championship. Lap traffic involved here. That's Jack Harvey, who's already a lap down. Palou to the low side. Power's going to try to come with him.
Power's got to go with him this lap if he can. He doesn't want to lose touch with Palou. Not close enough to do it now.
Last week, Power said, I have to finish in front of Palou. To do that, Palou finished second. Power had to win the race. He did to keep his championship hopes alive. He would still be mathematically alive in this situation, but realistically, he needs to start to make up some ground. And there's the leader. Pato Award is making what should be his final stop. Never know, though, if there's a late caution. If anybody has fresh Firestones, would anyone in the lead group come in?
And the caution's out. The caution has come out.
A loose wheel for somebody. It's a front wheel and tire.
And Will Power
Push hard.
had not stopped.
He's trying to race guys out of pit lane to the blend line. Who's that right beside him? Whose tire is it?
It's a sticker wheel and tire, so someone just finishing a pit stop, and it's
Oh,
the 26
no.
of Colton Herta again with another great chance for a strong oval result. If not his first oval win, he'll have to come in.
And likely his championship hopes are going away with this mishap. Back to green at the Milwaukee Mile.
Saw some side-by-side action almost before we got to the start-finish line. It's Palou that I'm looking at. He makes a move, and in front, Connor Daly up high on Lundgaard. Going to keep his foot in the throttle, try to get Lundqvist. Well, he's at it. He's got the momentum.
Here comes Connor Daly up to 4th on the backstretch.
Bit of a short oval specialist, a side-by-side championship leader Palou with Lundgaard makes it stick. He is still getting these moves done.
He told us pre-race that I want to be aggressive. That's what got us here. Somebody got way squirrely at the back. Might have been Rinus VeeKay.
Meanwhile, in the front, Power has not been able to make any room up on Santino Ferrucci, still running second.
I don't know what happened here.
It sounded like Grosjean.
Here comes Grosjean off of turn 4.
This is a stop and hold for Colton Herta for unsafe conduct. So is that from losing the wheel or something else?
I don't know how that would be on Colton. What's going on here with Kyle Kirkwood? There's Grosjean to the inside. And it's just a big squeeze with 3 wide. That is a miracle that Kyle Kirkwood hung on to that thing.
You heard him on the radio. Oh my God, he can't believe it.
It knocked his hand off the steering wheel.
The 2 cars kept him straight.
He had nowhere to go. He was just sandwiched between Christian Rasmussen and Romain Grosjean.
I've seen it happen once before. Something similar to me in Indianapolis off of turn 2. Thought I was going around, let go of the wheel, came back straight.
The steering arm for Romain Grosjean.
This would not be the best finish for Connor Daly if he's here. He's finished second in an IndyCar race, but it would match the second best finish of his career. He's finished 4th before at Watkins Glen. Also finished 5th on an oval at Gateway.
And it would come on a day when Christian Rasmussen is doing a really great solid job. As here comes Will Power on Ferrucci, looks to the inside.
Trying to get to second, Power.
Oh,
they just about touched. Maybe they did, but Power is through, and Ferrucci charges on, but Connor Daly is going to pounce, and Connor Daly has moved up to 3rd.
Ferrucci has jumped on his tires from getting too high in 1 and 2 when Will Power went. It's going to take him a full lap to get gathered back up and cleaned up for another charge.
And look at that, Alex Palou has gotten around Linus Lundqvist, his teammate.
No shock there.
Top 5.
And I was almost having the teammate debate in my own head about the 12 and the 14. We just talked about how Power referred to Ferrucci as a teammate in Portland. Knowing Power's going for a championship, knowing you want to keep that relationship good, was maybe Ferrucci going to play nice and give that position to Power? He certainly didn't. Power had to take it.
Look at this.
And he just got him back.
I think that was Grosjean. Sorry, not Connor Daly. It's Grosjean, who is 7 laps down, but on fresh tires because of that steering arm change.
And look, his teammate wants him to get around Santino badly, which he's going to do. And if I'm Ricardo Juncos, I am telling him to stay right there and keep a car between them.
This is for position. Palou now getting really valuable points. Ferrucci got pushed high, did a little bit of that Sheboygan shimmy in turn 4 as Palou extends his championship lead with that pass.
So Power got 5 points going from 3rd to 2nd, but Palou has just picked up 2 more positions inside the top 5 to make that back up.
Now if Award gets around VeeKay, he's got clear track as Rossi on the outside of the 8. Loses his momentum a bit, had to lift out of the throttle.
Can you pass on the high side?
Great stuff. You know, Rossi never one to lack for bravery or courage, especially in tight circumstances.
Lundqvist is thinking the same thing. I'm going to try to protect the bottom and make him go the long way around. We see it on restarts. More difficult to do.
Rossi doing a really nice job there to be patient mid-corner and then square up the exit, try to unwind the wheel, unbind the car, and get good drive off.
The sun's almost low enough now that it's not as severe for the drivers as it was before as we hit 10 laps to go.
Track temperature now was 114 at one point, now just 90 degrees, so that'll help these Firestones to last for 10 more laps.
The problem for Rossi right now on exit on both ends is that Linus is running wherever the car in front of him isn't. Rossi doesn't really have an option for clean air. As we go back to the front, you see Award in nice clean air. Now, oh,
boy,
nearly contact down there.
I think that was Grosjean
on Pietro.
With fresher tires after coming in a little while ago. but
oh, one hand off the wheel for Rossi. What a save, and barely lost any momentum.
I mean, that was
Full off throttle.
That was impressive. We're certainly in rodeo land here at the fairgrounds, and Rossi, one hand in the air, one hand on the bull. Great touch, great finesse.
But that's what happens. You start getting frustrated. You know the laps are coming down. You know how fast you are. You want to just make those moves. Carries a little bit too much speed mid-corner, gets to power. Nice correction.
So after you've saved one, do you just say, I'm going to ride home and finish where I'm at? Are you still pushing?
Doubt it. Now it is a lap car in front. I believe that's Malukas that's in between Rossi and Lundqvist. And now McLaughlin back in the conversation, looking high.
Got to see this onboard again from Alexander Rossi.
Just watch the right hand. Man, we've seen some quick-handed saves from him.
That's a one-handed quick save.
That was impressive.
Throwing new tricks into the game. Guys, 6 laps to go. Connor Daly is on for a podium at Milwaukee. It's only his 5th race of the year.
And he was dead last most of the practice session on the timing chart yesterday. They were struggling mightily. I think he ended up 24th or 25th in practice.
And it came today, to get to this point, it came after a brilliant start. The bravest guy out there. He went high, made all kinds of moves, up like, what, 11 spots in the first lap or two? And then he settled into race pace. The team got the job done on pit lane. 4 to go at the line, solidly in 3rd.
Took care of his tires when he needed to, stayed out long, caught that yellow, but since then continued to move up. He ate up cars in the top 5. He's keeping power honest, and he is on track for a brilliant 2nd career podium.
Pato O'Ward has won on ovals before, 2 times, but it's been a couple of years. And since that last win, he's finished 2nd 4 times on ovals. He's ready to break through. He's finished 2nd 8 times on ovals. We know the stats. In his 25 oval races, if he finishes it off, this would be his 17th top 5. Pato O'Ward can pick him up and put him down. He's got a little traffic and he's not home free yet.
You look at his average career finish on ovals, 6.3. This guy's nearly got a top 5 average. He's one of the best in the business at this type of circuit.
Less than 2 to go. He's cleared Marcus Armstrong. Power is a 2nd back.
And this is the kind of day that really favors a driver like Pato O'Ward. Tremendous raw instinct, a great feel, seat of the pants capability behind the wheel, and then those ultra fast hands to make the corrections.
White flag.
All day long. When that thing gets loose, he's ahead of it.
1 mile to go. The championship is going to go to Sunday. Will Power is cut into Alex Palou's lead just a little bit. Palou does what he always seems to do. Finish in the top 5. Championship may not be in play for Pato O'Ward this year, but he's going to join Will Power as a 3-time winner in 2024. Pato O'Ward has won at the Milwaukee Mile.
Hell yeah, man. Great car, great pit stop.
Pato O'Ward is back in victory lane for the 3rd time in the season. Georgia Hinneberry is there.
And you can see the joy from the team. You can see it on Pato O'Ward's face. A 3-time winner this season. And this one is going to mean the world to the team who worked so hard for it. Congratulations in order from his team. But Pato, you told me in Worldwide Technology Raceway you're only going for wins now. How today were you able to back your word up and get it done?
Yeah, we got another one. That's 3 in the book this year. We had a really tough weekend last week in Portland, and this is a great way to bounce back. We have another opportunity tomorrow, and car was fantastic. It was getting a little gnarly there in the end, but glad I could bring it home for the boys. They were fantastic in pit stop. Strategy was amazing. We worked on the car really hard yesterday to really have something to fight with today, and yeah, I mean, Team Chevy, they brought the power with us, and super stoked for all the team.
Up next, it's the Hy-Vee Milwaukee Mile 250 Race 2, Sunday, September 1st. Watch it at 2:30 on USA Network.